explain. It's very simple. We pretend to rob you.
Get out of the car slowly with your hands in the air, just like you've seen in the movies.
Come on, come on. I want you to put the money in the bag. The money in the bag. Come on, come on. Show some enthusiasm.
So now we're making gangster films, are we?
Why not? Fed up with movies about factories and construction sites.
Yeah, when it comes to action scenes, you can't beat the Americans.
We're just making a film.
Lord, in thy great bounty, screw the Bolsheviks, give them every disease in the world, ruin them, burn their houses, and send them back to Moscow. Amen. Did you hear any of that?
No, Mr. Mercer, nothing.
Oh, good. In my house, the tenant is deaf. If he starts to hear, we raise the rent.
Leave him be, Moritz.
Oh, so what already? What can I do to him anyway? He's young, he's down from the north, his parents are poor, his future is golden. One day they'll stick a party card in his pocket and boom, we'll all be at his mercy.
Don't mind him. He's old and crazy.
That is true. I bought my mentally handicapped certificate 10 years ago. They can't touch me anymore.
Have some potatoes. It drives me mad seeing him there all day with his ear glued to that rattling old radio.
She's so sweet. It's called The Voice of America, and it's jammed by the Bolsheviks.
And guess what I saw this morning? A film shoot. It was on Martyr Square, right outside the canteen. They were making a movie.
What movie?
An action movie. With gangsters and cars and gunfire.
Names?
There was one woman. She was shooting a machine gun.
Jean Harlow.
Sorry?
Jean Harlow. Big movie star. Made some famous films before the war. Oh, they don't make films like that anymore.
As if you ever went to the movies.
I don't need to. I read the papers. I see the titles. The Third Man, The Seventh Seal, 12 Angry Men. All those numbers make your head spin. The cranes are flying. Now, I never knew they could do that. But singing in the rain, that's how a cousin of mine died. Pneumonia. An American in Paris. Big deal. Now, if it were Bucarest instead of Paris, and not alone, but with 10, no, 20 tank divisions, that I would rush to see. Here, let me show you something. Here are some of the films and stars we had before the war.
Carefully. Keep this one here first. Really quickly. Not all day. And these here at the back. Yeah, these two here. Good morning, Mastro Flavio.
Morning.
What are we shooting today?
The parade rehearsal.
What parade?
The Liberation Day parade.
You don't say. Is it August already? Do I know you from somewhere? Do me a favour, will you? Run over to that shop around the corner and buy me a bottle of vodka. Moskovskaya. Wait. You doing anything today? Well, you are now. Pour the vodka into this thermos, put it in your pocket, and give it to me whenever I ask for it. And never, ever leave my side. Off you go, then. Go on, fuck off.
We're finished. Pack the gear up, and I'll meet you at the van.
What's that lens called?
It's a zoom. Yeah, it's the latest thing. $3 to look through it.
Up yours.
I should charge you just to stand next to it.
Okay, I'm game.
No, there. Move in. Yeah.
Nice. Come on. Look at those knuckers. Sure, scratch your little ass. Feels good,
Hey,
eh?
Roger, the boss wants to see you. Now.
Sorry, time's up. What?
Come in. Ah, the young man we told you about. Comrade Holban of the State Security Service. This is your lucky day, Sonny. The comrades have given us a mission. We're going to make a short film about a rather special event. All our cameramen are busy on the parade right now, so Maestro Flavio and I have decided it was time you took the plunge. You start the day after tomorrow.
Comrades, you've made the right decision.
You don't say.
It's a great honor, and I solemnly swear not to disappoint you. Oh!
Hardly a great start.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
You'll need some preparation, given the rather special nature of the film.
Radoyu Maximilian, Dornianu Dumitru, Orodel Razvan, Ristea Yogu, and Berkovich Alice are charged with attacking and robbing on August 15th, 1959, a National Bank of Romania car, while it delivered funds to the branch located at number 13 Martyrs Square, opposite the maternity hospital at number 15.
Are these the masks they are wearing in Martyrs Square? Yes.
Witnesses, do you stand by the statements you made during the investigation?
Yes.
You think this is funny, you piece of scum? You're having a good time? Comrade Prosecutor, your summation.
On the morning of the 15th of August, 1959, 5 bloodthirsty hyenas were stalking their prey. A car belonging to the National State Bank, delivering 2 million lei in payroll for thousands of decent, hard-working communists. Armed with pistols and machine guns, they violently attacked a driver and a security agent, both unarmed. The crowd were thrown into a state of panic. Innocent bystanders were wounded. Gunshots were heard in our capital for the first time since the war. And it's no accident that these barbarians carried out their heinous acts in front of a maternity ward, where our innocent babies bravely greet their socialist future. It is obvious that these criminals were in the pay of foreign imperialists and Zionists and have a deep hatred of our country's socialist institutions. The people demand the harshest sentence for every one of these saboteurs and traitors. The people demand an example be set. Comrade Judge, the people demand the execution of these infamous snakes.
Comrade Judge, Honourable Court, we kindly ask you to take into consideration the fact that the 5 defendants admit and sincerely regret their actions. They are educated people, each of them a respected professional. Unfortunately, I just wanted you to take that into consideration. Thank you.
The verdict. The Military Tribunal of the People's Republic of Romania on this day, the 17th day of August 1960, decides the accused, Ladeo Rosenthal Maximilian, is found guilty of conspiring against the state, criminal acts of terror, armed robbery of public funds. The court sentences the accused to death by firing squad. The accused, Berkovich Alice, is found guilty of conspiracy against the state, criminal acts of terror, accused to death by firing squad. Roubar Donano Dumitriu is found guilty of conspiracy against the state. The court sentences the accused to death by firing squad. Olivis Oradel Razavan is found guilty of conspiracy against the state, criminal acts of terror, to death by firing squad. The accused, Ferdinand Ristia is found guilty of criminal acts of terror, armed robbery of public funds. The court sentences the accused to death by firing squad. I see the accused are not requesting an appeal and declare that these sentences are definitive and irrevocable.
I'm afraid it's a little early for celebration. Your job is far from being over. Comrades from the ministry have decided... Oh, thank you. You can go now. Have decided that the trial will actually be only one scene in a rather more elaborate film.
You mean it won't be on the newsreel?
No. Oh, these sleepless nights are killing me. I take all kinds of pills, no effect at all. Now then, our mission is to make an educational feature, a rather special one. In fact, it will be a detailed reconstruction of the events that took place last year. The robbery, the investigation, and the arrests. I'm giving each of you a file that contains all the elements.
What the hell are we doing in this shithole?
Maestro.
I want to get drunk in a classy joint with musicians and ice buckets.
Maestro, I have something to tell you, but it has to stay strictly between us two.
What? Speak up, I can't hear you.
I was here when it happened. I was a waiter in this canteen.
Congratulations. So what?
So it was nothing like what Comrade Holban says. First of all, the gang made it look like a shoot, a film shoot, you see? And no one got hurt. There were lots of people, and we just stood around here like idiots, enjoying the show, while they loaded the money into a police van. The woman fired a machine gun. I mean, you could have sworn it was a movie.
What did you say your name was? Cretin? Clown? You really haven't got a clue, have you? What world are you living in? This is Bucareste, boy. Romania. We're neighbors of the great fraternal people. We don't have hold-ups like they do in America. We don't play Dillinger. Over here, first we arrest the comrades who make trouble, and then we assign them a crime. There never was a hold-up. I have no idea what you did or didn't see, but if I were you, I'd forget I saw anything.
Careful with the lights. Let's go faster, please.
Maestro, these comrades are extras. Pedestrians, passers-by. We'll put them wherever you want.
But they're dressed too much alike, don't you think? No. Well, never mind.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Give me a strong coffee and some aspirin. My head is pounding.
Yes, sir!
Don't salute when you're not in uniform, you idiot. Find me the officer in charge of security.
Have you been in a film before, Comrade Lieutenant?
No, Comrade Captain. This is the first time.
I see.
The area is completely secured. All exits are covered.
Listen to me very carefully. I don't want any unpleasant surprises, or they'll be held to me. Oh, here they come.
you part-timer.
Happy New Year, Comrade Colonel. May bring health and... Ah, here it comes.
Is it going as well?
I think it's heading for the orchestra. No, wait, it's turning.
You sure?
Happy New Year and best wishes, Comrade Minister.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. You come with me. We need to talk.
Să nu ne despărțim și viața ta să o legi de-a mea.
Do you really want to do this?
Do what? I don't know what you mean.
Don't play dumb with me. She's here, crying on my shoulder, poor child. I mean, look, Max, we all have our differences. You know, we argue today, we make up tomorrow. Life moves on with the onward march of communism. So, why don't you two make up and give me a couple of kids? Because you know what? I think I can make the perfect uncle.
Ilya, she's unbearable.
Well, as if I didn't know that. Yeah, she's difficult. Yeah, she's impulsive. Yeah. She's my sister, damn it. But she loves you. I know she does. Look, Max, I'm not saying this as Minister of the Interior or even as your brother-in-law.
Yeah, can I just
Forget about this divorce business. So please, I beg you, I'd even get down on my knees if it might be taken the wrong way. Go to her, ask her to dance, make peace, will you?
Listen, believe me.
Table, Sonia, dance, please.
Să nu ne despărțim, tu floare albă de april.
Perhaps
Let's dance.
Copii, în cuibul nostru drag, să te ating, să te
Minister's orders.
Don't start, Sonia, please. Let's be friends.
You're such a spineless weakling. What did he say?
He said, long live peace between nations.
Oh, yeah. He nailed you with 2 words, didn't he? And I bet I know which ones. Job security.
I thought we declared a ceasefire. Why didn't you come here?
I want to party. I want to have fun with my husband, Max Radoiu, formerly Rosenthal. Amateur cup, professional Jew boy. Tell me, Rosenthal, how many Jew boys do you think I've had in my life?
Well, I've no idea, but I could tell you a thing or two about Christian girls.
Oh, yeah? Want to turn the other cheek? Hmm? Happy New Year. I'll be right back.
Pascal, Kostin. Take this person to the nearest police station. Tell the duty officer I order him to place her under arrest. Tell him to put in his report she attacked a uniformed police officer. Do it now, go. At ease.
Oh, all right. Easy, boys.
What are you trying to prove? One phone call from me, she'll be out of there in no time.
I know. But you'll have to make that call.
Happy New Year, Comrade Colonel!
Într-o crâșmă din obor să-mi scriu când o fi momentul cu din roșu testamentul. Uite așa aș vrea să mor. Să-i tragem o beție. Beau, 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 de pomină să fie. Beau, beau, beau și după o săptămână. Beau, 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 să mor cu sticla în mână.
Jimmy, your turn.
Really? I don't know. They invent a cure for cancer.
I've got a better one. They start World War III.
Wishful thinking.
Well, no, we don't want war. We're fighting for peace.
Well, that'll be a long fight.
What about you, my little dove? What do you think's going to change the world in 1959?
Nylon tights come to Romania?
Here's one. The Americans withdraw from Europe. West Germany is annexed by East Germany.
Or vice versa.
Dream on.
Marilyn Monroe gets divorced.
She divorces more often than she marries. No. Gentlemen, I'm afraid your thinking is a little too earthbound. How about 1959, the first man in space?
Good.
Max, my friend, that's very sweet of you, but I'm afraid it's going to be another 10 years at least before there's a Tavares in space.
Why?
The Russians already have a bitch in orbit.
Of course, like her. The four-legged, wet-nosed heroine of the Soviet people, sure. No, they sent her there, all right. Problem is, Max, she's still up there. Problem is, we haven't worked out how to get the damn capsule back to Earth.
Surely they can find some crackpot to volunteer his life for science. Wouldn't you volunteer, if they asked? Imagine it. The big news of 1959. Dumi Auerbach. The first Jew deported into outer space, one-way trip. Wouldn't you go? I would.
Sure you would. During the war, you were getting us all wound up about changing the world. Now that the world has changed, for the worse, you want to go to another planet.
You're a dreamer, Max.
Well, that is part of my charm.
Yes, Lollipop, that's your charm.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Some charm? Look where it led us all, Max's charm. OK, the years in the resistance were fun, but what about now? We're spending New Year's Eve with whores instead of wives.
What's your
Because you
language?
taught us freedom fighters must be free, and now you're the only one who's married. And because you're married, and because of who you're married to, you're the only one who isn't blacklisted.
You're talking about Sonia here, right? Well, I wouldn't envy him if I were you.
You're right. No wonder he wants to move to another planet.
That's his revolution.
Let's toast my revolution, huh?
You're a revolution.
Revolution! Revolution!
Maestro, woman.
A revolution is a whore. Everyone agreed?
Agreed.
Yeah. But the opposite is also true. Oh, really? Do you understand what the gentleman said? He said you are a revolution.
Not me. My associate made me. Are you calling me a revolution?
Hey, hey. Come here. You're a little revolution, you are. And you screwed us, you bitch. We were madly in love with you. Ready to give our lives for you at a moment's notice. You turn out to be nothing but a cheap slut. Well, now, you're going to see what a real uprising looks like.
I knew I'd find you here.
Alice?
Is it really you? Here's the real event of 1959. Alice has come home.
Rumor was you were partying like animals, and I wanted to see for myself.
Ha ha! So we're already the talk of Moscow. I can't believe it's you!
You!
I know some party hacks that might accuse the lady of bourgeois elegance.
You, vodka. You, Kalinka.
Kalinka moja.
Hey!
Hey, everybody! Fidel Castro's taken Havana! Batista's fled! They just announced it on the radio! Victory!
Now, there's something we didn't predict.
So, Alice, what are you going to do?
I wonder if I could become an actress now that I don't have to speak Russian anymore.
Good idea. We should all take acting classes.
You? Why would you do it?
My dear Alice, Wonderland is not what it used to be. Especially for us Yids.
Our Goyish comrades have begun a run of spring cleaning to reinvigorate the party.
So, we should all become actors. There are plenty of juicy parts for us Jews to play these days. Enemies of the state, aristocrats, speculators.
Why not, big man? 1959, the year we all became movie stars!
Right, you fucking scumbags.
We're gonna put you in a film. You're gonna give us a step-by-step rendering of your criminal actions as gangsters and traitors. And after the firing squad is through with you, we're gonna show the film across the country so that everyone can spit in your stinking reactionary faces.
These are no ordinary thieves. You'll be surprised to hear they were all party members. And not recent ones either. They all joined before the war. They were active resistance fighters that took part in sabotage missions against the Nazis. They were heroes then. After the war, they all held important positions, except the woman, who went to study in the Soviet Union and came back with a degree in political science. Until the robbery, the gang leader, Max Radoiu, was head of criminal investigation for the Bucarest Police Department.
Tell me, Rosenthal, how did a vicious enemy to people like you get into the police department?
I bribed a doorman.
What a degenerate.
Dumitru Dornenu was a scientist, an expert in atomic physics, the Romanian representative to the USSR for the Soviet space program.
Name and first name.
Prisoner Dornanu, Dumitru.
Dornanu? Or is it Auerbach? Tell me, Auerbach, why do you people always take Romanian names? Do you really think you can fool us when it's written on your face, like a sign on a bus? Yid.
Razvan Orodel, born Orvitz, used to be an important columnist until his right to a byline was withdrawn, and he was demoted to a proofreader.
Pull your trousers down. Now. Well then, Orwitz, the sign's not only on your face, is it?
Yorgo Riste, university history professor. Before the robbery, he had lost his university chair and was teaching in a secondary school.
Ah, Felderman. I like you, Felderman, and here's the proof, eh? Look how well you done here. You fatten right up. Your belly's as big as my wife's when she's pregnant.
Oh, who's the happy father?
Ooh.
Oh! They're all Jews. Our film should highlight this aspect with great finesse. We are not anti-Semitic. But we cannot be indifferent to the threat of Zionism either. We will have to use innuendo. And I'll be counting on Maestro Flavio's experience for this.
Oh, yes, of course. We must be subtle.
I want them to look so smug and glamorous that the man on the street will consider them a personal insult.
Madam, will you allow me this dance? Now that you're going to be in a film, you'll be famous. I want to tell my friends I dance with a movie star.
I'm afraid I'd stomp on your toes.
What's that, sweetheart? Well, let's see if you have any talent. Do you know any poetry?
No.
No, don't tell me you don't know a single poem. Everybody knows at least one poem by heart. Right, let's see what poems you know. I mean, you're all great fucking artists, aren't ya? So, get reciting, or I'll cut off your kosher pickled dicks, one by one. Are you fucking outlaws? Have I made myself clear? I want to hear a poem, now!
5,000 pages in those files, and still one question left unanswered. Why? Why did they do it? As the poet says, what drove them into battle?
The party has driven us all into battle. Workers and peasants united at last. Class struggle sharpens, we're no longer cattle. We're communists saying farewell to the past.
Lights out in 2 minutes.
I say we refuse. What can I do, execute us twice? At least we won't get humiliated.
Are you thinking about escaping? No. If they do decide to take us outside, the security will be twice as tight as it is in here.
Well, let's refuse then.
What do we gain by refusing?
I already told you, we don't get humiliated.
You're obsessed with humiliation. Too bad you don't have a mirror right now. You'd be amazed at how dignified you look.
At least I opened my mouth. You didn't.
Hey, what is this? Dignity, humiliation, escapes, violin strings. Sunshine, comrades. Fresh air. Green grass. Girls in summer dresses, that's what we're talking about. Sasha, tell the others the four of us are taking a few trips outside beginning tomorrow. If they want to send any messages, they better get writing.
Hey, got any letters? Write them down.
So, gentlemen, are we ready for our close-ups?
Can I have a lemonade?
Would you give the lady your lemonade, please? Thank you.
Theo, can you go and check on the filters?
George, how are you, old chap? Marco, Cristescu. What's going on, boys? They're putting you out to pasture?
Let's see, what have we got? That's an hour. Not bad.
Stolen.
What are you doing? Are you filming me?
No, I was just preparing. I was just lining up the...
Don't film me without my knowing it, okay?
No, of course not. No,
of course not. No. Can I take a look?
Oh, yeah, no, of course. Put your eye in there.
I didn't see anything.
Oh.
There's Yorgu. He's so funny. This film will be a comedy.
Can I ask you a question?
Am I free tonight? No, I don't think I'm free tonight.
Did you really rob that bank car?
Can't believe it, can you? Neither can I.
Prisoners are not to touch the camera. Understood?
If that's the way you start treating people, pushing them around, well, I'm sorry, I simply cannot work under these conditions. I want to go back to my cell! Maybe my colleagues can accept this kind of treatment, but as a woman, I cannot allow it.
Miss Berkovich, it's my...
What's all the fuss about?
I'm not used to such impudence. In my million.
What's going on? Has she lost her mind?
I caught her touching the camera.
No excuses. No excuses. Such behavior. So uncouth, so rude. Inexcusable.
What? Who upset my star? Oh, come, my angel. You mustn't cry. You'll ruin your makeup. No, great actress must be strong on the set. Now, calm down and give us a nice little smile. That's my girl.
She used to do her makeup.
OK, that's enough. Take her back to makeup. I want to start shooting this damn movie before nightfall. Keep your men under control, Captain. Since when have they been allowed to show initiative?
You're right now.
You're silly. I was just marking my territory.
Bye-bye. All set?
Mr. Fleming, sir. We can start now.
What? What are we shooting?
The part where they steal the taxi.
Precisely.
Well, what's happening?
Mr. Fleming. Maestro.
shouldn't have given him the vodka.
Vodka? Who gave him vodka?
Well, it seems the maestro's a little tired. Fortunately, the actors all know their roles. What's your name?
Virgil.
Virgil. What do you think? Should we let him sleep, get to work? Here's what we're going to do. You're going to film the taxi. It's going to come down this street. It's going to get closer, closer, and stop just where it is now. Do you think you can do that? Get to work.
Scene 4, take 1.
Here we go. Rolling and action.
Stop! Cut! Why are you smiling? You got a gun to your head and you're smiling. I want to see you shitting your pants. Like you've been told to report to your superior. Get in the car, let's do it again.
Scene 4, take 2.
Go! No, wait, stop. What are you morons doing? Look in the shop window, not at the taxi. Marco, if I catch you looking at that taxi once more, I'm going to shove a roll of film down your throat. Hear me? I've never seen such a bunch of idiots in all my life.
Seems to know what he's doing.
Let's pray to God he does. Just an expression.
I'm going to give you something. I want you to put them in your pocket, keep your mouth shut.
Sorry?
Their addresses. Try to find the families, let them know their loved ones are alive, but locked up in Gelada prison. Got it?
Everyone ready? Roll camera.
Scene 4, take 2.
No, if I see so much as a hint of a smile, I'll smack you so hard you'll never get up again.
That was fun.
Hello. I'm sorry to disturb you so late, ma'am, but I have some very important news for you. A close relative of yours wants you to know that he's still alive and in good health in Jalava prison. He sends you his love. Good night.
You're allowed one call a day. If you make 2, there'll be none tomorrow. Your choice. That said, if your intentions are noble and we can annoy the vultures a bit, there might be room for negotiation. May I ask to whom you were speaking just now?
My fiancée.
Fine. You must ask her over for dinner one evening so we can get to know her.
All right.
It's a lovely conversation you're having, too. Jalava prison, important news, somebody still alive, you call her madam. You two must be madly in love. If Sarah finds out I'm drinking and smoking, I'm done for. Now, stop lying and tell me straight.
It's complicated. Over at the studio, we're shooting an educational film, a sort of reconstruction of 5 people who robbed a bank car and got away with the money.
Oh, the Rosenthal gang. I know all about it. The Martyr Square heist last year.
How did you know? That's a classified secret.
Oh, big secret. The Voice of America, Radio Free Europe, have been talking about it for months.
But they can't have.
Oh, yes, they can, believe me.
Mr. Zilbert, some people are saying that there never was a hold-up. That it was all made up, that it was a political trick to get rid of some bad eggs.
No, the stuff they fill your heads with these days. Now, just listen to me. There was an armed robbery. They were going to use the money to pay for 10,000 Jews to leave for Israel. It's what's called a Zionist operation, and it's a shame that they never pulled it off.
This is Voice of America. And now we broadcast Symphony No. 3 in F major by Johannes Brahms.
Mr. Zilber?
What?
If you like listening to classical music so much, why do you listen to it on Voice of America? With all the static and the noise. Why don't you just listen to it on an official station?
On an official station, my dear boy, even Brahms becomes propaganda.
Nobody touches the food until we shoot.
What's this? Is this a joke? Is this your vision of bourgeois opulence? You think we spent the people's money eating this crap? Don't make me laugh. Boys, make man a Chateaubriand with sauté potatoes.
And I'll have canne à l'orange.
Grilled swordfish fillet.
Sangara with vegetables.
A little caviar on toast, perhaps.
And 2 bottles of Burgundy. Roll camera.
Scene 2, take 1.
Action!
Laugh, talk to each other.
Lunch break.
I'm gonna ask you any questions.
Hey, come downstairs and let's make some calls.
Berkovich, Alice, you're under arrest.
Hey! Hey! You idiot! You just ruined the scene.
But she struggled.
It was perfect. It's very realistic, I thought.
Communist police officers do not use violence the way capitalist policemen do. What will people think? Stop resisting. Just give in.
Scene 3, take 2.
Berkovich, Alice, you're under arrest.
Really? What a surprise. Just a moment, I'll go get dressed and then I'll follow your comrades wherever you want.
Come on, people. This is no time for fun. Let's get this thing over.
Yeah?
There's an officer from the Securitate here. He wants to talk to you. He's waiting downstairs. Should he take warmer clothing? Sweater? All of the socks?
No need.
Did you hear that? No need. That's positive.
Can I ask where we're going?
To pay a visit.
Ah, at last. I thought you'd got lost. Take your jacket off, Virgil. It's hot in here. You like the house? I got it 6 months ago. Most of the furniture comes from the former tenant, Max Rosenthal, currently residing in Jalava prison. Come into the study. Coffee? Please sit down. I've been drinking this stuff all day. I can't take another drop. I'm exhausted. Ever since my wife left, that's Sylvia, my wife, haven't been able to sleep. No idea why. It must be psychological. Cigarette?
The phone with sound like it's bad.
Comrade Holborn, I admit, I'm so passionate about my work at the studio, I forgot.
Sit. Don't be afraid. Nothing serious. On the contrary, I want you to continue to do little favors for them. Win their confidence. I want you to help me understand.
That depends what it is you find confusing.
What made these people turn into gangsters overnight? What did they intend to do with the money?
Some say that
What?
it was a Zionist conspiracy to send Jews to Israel.
Nonsense. Israel buys Jews with American dollars, not Romanian lei. Those files are full of possible motives we've investigated, each one more ridiculous than the next. They wanted to finance Zionist Jewish families while they waited for their passports. They wanted to leave the country themselves on a military plane. They were trying to fund anti-communist commandos in the mountains. It's all rubbish. Bunch of nutcases. Plans a huge stunt like this for a few stacks of lei. Not US dollars. Not pounds sterling. Not Swiss francs. But lei? What's this?
A 100 lei note.
Very good. With this piece of paper, you can just about fill your refrigerator. Buy a good meal in a restaurant, take a taxi somewhere, pay your rent. Now, tell me what you can't do with it. You can't buy a house. You can't invest it in the stock market. You can't buy a gun or leave the country. 5 highly intelligent people throw themselves in front of a firing squad. Why? What for? Blue toilet paper?
What are you doing?
Just in advance. We're going to work together. I want to find the 6th.
6 what?
The 6th member of the gang.
But there were only 5 of them.
There were 6 of them. 5 actually took part in the robbery. The 6th was pretending to film it. Nobody much bothered about it. Case closed. But after a year of investigation, I have a lead. A small detail all the others overlooked. Alice Berkovich has a son. 12 years old, raised in the Soviet Union. He disappeared shortly before his mother's arrest. It is vital that we find young Berkovich. And that, Comrade Virgil, is where you come in. We're getting close to the end of the filming. Our friends know what that means. Their sentence will soon be carried out. I have a hunch the woman will try to get in touch with her son one last time. You've gained their confidence. That makes you the ideal messenger. They'll give you an address or a phone number. And that's how you'll lead us to young Berkovich.
I suggest we take a break. It's too hot.
What about panning on the taxi from the outside?
What's the rush? We've got days of filming ahead. Look at them all. See? Why overdo it? Break time!
Break? What break? Why is everybody asleep? I asked the question, why is everybody asleep?
Maestro, we've just shot a scene.
The hell you have. I've been watching for hours and you've done fuck all. Why does nobody follow my orders? Oh, why am I talking to a brick wall? Who's in charge here? Yeah? Tell me who's in charge.
You're in charge.
I'm in charge.
Well, yes.
Like hell I'm in charge. I'm a prize idiot, that's what I am.
All my life, I've had to deal with idiots. 60 years of hell, 40 years of work, 37 films, and this is the kind of crap they make me direct. Me, the winner of the jury prize at the Kursk Film Festival. Life is crap.
Somebody call an ambulance.
Some air. No more vodka. No more vodka. He's choking. I have to see if there's anything in his mouth. What? Might die.
Oh.
Right, let's get some more shooting done before night falls.
Comrade Holborn. I think we should call it a day.
Why?
Well, I mean, we've got no director.
Well, so what? With him or without him, it's all the same.
It seems the cameraman has gone too.
The boy? Virgil, what do you mean, gone? Hey, where's the cameraman?
There's another problem. One of the prisoners is missing.
What? No one's missing. They're all here.
Bukovich.
Sound the alarm.
They're going to find you one way or the other. It was going to end up badly.
Yeah, and you know what I'm risking for trying to escape?
No, sure, but
I'd love if they sentenced me to a few extra years, but I doubt it'll happen. I have to see someone. Will you wait for me? They can't accuse you of anything. I'm armed and I've taken you hostage. But if you want to go, go.
Hey! Leave it! Look for the cameraman. Our only chance is that they left together.
What happened?
Fine.
Why are you crying?
Because I'm weak. Weaklings cry over nothing. What shall we do now? Can we go to your place?
My place? But,
Is it far?
well, yeah, actually.
Oh, good. The walk will do me good.
I have to warn you, I live with a Jewish couple. They're pretty old and quite religious.
That's good news.
I might insist we have Sabbath dinner with them.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Eating is not my worst nightmare right now.
And when have you planned the wedding for?
Oh, well, we're not in any real hurry. Maybe next year?
Well, if you're engaged already, well, why not get it over and done with?
Stop nagging them and let them eat in peace.
Ah, it's great to be young, to have your whole life ahead of you. Yep, now is when the real fun starts. Marriage, children, work, money troubles.
Can I pour you some more wine?
That's enough. He mustn't drink any alcohol. Serve your fiancée.
Tell me, mister, how come you're wearing that uniform?
It's the Patriot Guard uniform. Alice is rehearsing for the Liberation Day parade.
Ah, the Liberation Day. And are you thinking of becoming a party member as well?
I've already been a party member.
Amazing. When?
From 1945 to last year.
Would you like to listen to some music on the radio?
Since 1945. But at the end of the war, the party had less than 1,000 members. And 3/4 of them were Jews. That's why they say the Jews brought the Bolsheviks to power. Are you Jewish?
Yes.
And the Bolsheviks kicked you out of the party.
It's a bit more complicated than that.
I wouldn't expect it to be simple. And did they cut your hair like that, too? When the Rosenthal gang attacked that bank car, the Voice of America said they were all wearing Patriot Guard uniforms. And that car parked outside. A Soviet-built Zis, if I'm not mistaken, copied from the 1939 Packard model. Does that belong to the Patriot Guard, too?
Don't worry, I know how it works. They won't do anything before tomorrow morning. It's only surveillance.
And tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, I surrender. We're shooting the hold-up. It's my big scene, for crying out loud. Ah. We used some of these that day.
It is one of those.
You were there?
I was a waiter in the canteen on the square. We all thought it was a real film shoot. It was so exciting, I decided to change my job there and then. I'll leave you to go and sleep. I'll be downstairs if you need anything.
Come over here. Come.
Where?
I know we're skipping the bits where we hold hands, walk in the park, and recite poems to each other. But this is the last chance I'll have. No, please, you'll regret it. I smell.
Don't make any moves. Just keep an eye on them.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't very good, was I?
No, you were great. You were great.
You were so quiet.
Don't worry about that. That's just one of my quirks. I first started going out with the boys during the war. I was already in the resistance and sometimes made love in conditions that were, if I'd made the slightest sound, it was... So I trained myself to avoid any loud displays of pleasure. I've never seen you smoke before.
It's not my only first tonight.
Was that your first?
No, the robbery, I mean.
Do you really want me to tell you?
Ah!
1959 had got off to a good start. I was back home again with my old friends after 10 years away.
Oh, and this is where I live!
Hey, really?
I had been sent to Moscow on a scholarship with a promising future in political science. Only it wasn't so easy to be a student and to bring up a child at the same time, alone in a foreign country and without the father. In the meantime, the party had insisted that Max acquire a marital status worthy of his rank and new social position. My rebellious, anti-bourgeois ex-lover was now a married man. Mirel. Do you remember this gentleman? See, he's forgotten you.
Are you a captain?
Colonel. Your daddy's a colonel. In the following weeks, Max started to take serious charge of Mirel's education. He was determined to win him over.
Mirel Radoyu, you're under arrest.
Hey, everybody! I'm going to jail!
I wasn't too happy with all that play acting. I would have preferred to keep Mirel as far away from the gang spirit as possible.
You won't get anything from me.
Well, we'll see about that.
I'll never talk.
Well, when we get to the rifle range, then you'll talk.
Yeah!
But I didn't stand a chance. It was the most fascinating world anyone could offer a 12-year-old boy.
Very good.
I hit 14 out of 20.
Hey, never point a loaded gun at Daddy. You never know when you might need him. Besides, we can still give you a clip around the ear. Do it again.
One evening, Max invited us to his house. He was the only one to own a television.
Got everything?
Our guest today is Comrade Dumitru Dorneanu, astrophysicist and space missions expert. Good evening, Comrade.
Good evening.
Go on, expert, give him hell.
Well, when Lunik 1 was launched in January of this year, it reached escape velocity of 11.2 kilometers per second.
Per second?
One which
Just
paves the way
Yeah,
for the
faster than
launch
your
of
police
Lunik
cars.
2 in September, which will carry the Soviet banner all the way to the shining surface of the moon.
Dinner's ready.
Later, Sonia, we're listening to Doomy now.
September the 14th at precisely 7:30 a.m. Moscow time, just east of the Mare Serenitatis.
Max, please. Ask your guests to come and sit down. I don't want to have to reheat dinner.
Yeah, be patient. Come and listen to the man for a moment.
Max, for the last time.
Shh! God!
To demonstrate to the whole world that it's not really necessary to explode a nuclear bomb on the surface of the moon in order to
Sonia, we were watching the television. It was our friend, Doomy. He was talking about interesting things. He was talking about flying to the moon. Now you're going to fly to the moon.
No!
So, who's hungry?
The next day, Max sent a copy of the divorce application to his brother-in-law, the minister. It wasn't long before he paid the price.
Very good. Boris, sit down. Talk to me.
Not here. Word is they're going to boot you out. Not right now. In a few months. And for you to finish up the cases you're working on. I thought you deserved to know.
You know who they're going to get to replace me?
Yes.
You?
Yes.
Congratulations, Boris. Word of advice. Bottom left-hand drawer of the desk. doesn't close properly.
What's that got to do with it?
The idea came on the night of Jimmy's 40th birthday. We bought him a little telescope, though Max was the one playing with it.
Look at her, what a beauty. Reach out your hand, you could almost touch her.
You poor romantic fool. There's no place for that kind of thinking in our new society, Max. Don't stare up at the moon, but down. Down at the people. Look inside the workers' paradise.
Ah.
Would you stop playing with that thing for a moment and come raise a glass to Jimmy?
Our boys at work. Anybody want to come and see the revolution in action?
Poor son. You know him?
No, not really. I mean, he's a drunk. Always in the local bar, bit of a big mouth. Reminds me of my first arrest. Almost envy him. What? When they first nabbed me away, I was thrilled. Finally, they knew who I was. A heroic life awaited. Investigation, interrogation, detention.
Do you remember your first time?
Shoot me now! Shoot me right here on the street!
You were what, 14, 15?
16, actually. Now, are you going to drink to Jimmy or not?
To the good old days.
To the good old days!
Happy birthday.
Madam, may I have pleasure?
Oh, my mother always said he was a wonderful dancer.
Yes.
40 years old. Can't believe it. You should be writing your memoirs.
Well, screw you. You're a fine one to talk, prattling on like some old grandmama. Tell me this, if you're so nostalgic for the struggle, why aren't you still out there fighting, eh?
On what front are we supposed to fight? We won, remember?
What would we have done 20 years ago?
Blown up a railway?
Well, that's no good anymore. That would just feed their propaganda machine.
The class enemy within.
Exactly.
Did any of you ever consider the really hard stuff? Family, kids.
Come on, don't be serious.
Sorry, ridiculous idea.
We'd have to hit them where it hurts to show them what fools they are.
Blow up the People's Congress.
We live in a crime-free society, right? No more murderers, robbers, thieves. Communism means...
There's nothing worth stealing.
Yeah. No, communism means the right of the people to walk down the street without fear of being robbed.
So what? We should all become purse snatchers?
No. Come on, you think too small, Jorgen.
Let's hold up a greengrocer's.
All right. Sorry, a greengrocer.
Greengrocers.
Did he just say greengrocer?
A jeweler's, then.
Boys. You really have no class, do you? You want crime? Rob a bank.
Which one, then?
Well, we only have one, the National Bank of Romania, but if you have another suggestion...
Big man, you're a genius. I was thinking the Socialist Art Museum, but a bank.
I don't know. So we robbed the National Bank. What the hell does that prove?
But don't you see, bank robberies are one of the evils of capitalism. They don't happen here. They can't happen here. Everyone knows that. But if they did, if the impossible happened in the middle of all this progress and plenty, you know what? I might just sit up in my factory and say, hang on a minute.
It's a bit subtle, isn't it? Anyway, what do we do with the money?
Nothing. Spend it, keep it, give it to you.
Max, you're a copper. I mean, seriously, what are the chances of actually pulling it off?
Almost zero.
You see, I do love that word almost.
What? A minute ago, he was talking about how much he missed being arrested.
Yeah, but nowadays it's different. Nowadays, if they collar you, it's good night for 40 years.
So what, the going got tough, now you want out?
Max, please. I'm an old man, let's not forget. I'm not really built for prison food anymore.
So, the answer is steal over 100,000.
How is that the answer?
Because theft of over 100,000 is punishable by death. No long prison sentence, just a bullet in the head.
Well, that's great news, Max.
So, not less than 100,000. It's all or nothing.
Yeah, we'd have to really humiliate them. Do it in public, in front of an audience.
In that case, don't attack the bank headquarters. Attack the van that delivers money to the branches.
Ah. And you said she was stupid.
And if you want a crowd, you've got to make a show. We all wanted to become movie stars, remember?
You are an angel. Come here while I kiss you. Oh, wow.
We all laid it on thick. We were showing off like kids. We hadn't felt so good together in a long time. But after a while, we started to realize that one of us was actually taking it all seriously.
We need to do it while I'm still head of the department. That way I can smuggle out weapons, false papers, everything we need.
Oh, Max, don't tell me you're serious about this.
Of course I'm serious, aren't you?
No, Max, we're joking.
Who's joking? It's a brilliant idea.
Maximilian, but you just told us it comes with a guaranteed death sentence.
So what? It's worth it. Say the Nazis had caught us in 44. Do you think we'd have got out alive? Did that stop us? No. And you know what? If we plan this right, we've actually got a 5 to 10% chance of getting away with it.
Oh, great odds.
What's the matter with you? You looking forward to your retirement?
This isn't even Russian roulette. It's Bolshevik roulette with all 6 bullets in the barrel.
It's about risk. Guys, come on. You used to love taking risks.
Suicide! We may as well just jump off the roof.
That's not a bad idea, but it's a short flight. I was just suggesting a slightly longer one.
Max, are you finished? Then let's move on to some serious...
Think I'd be up for it.
What?
That is, I go along with Max.
You're joking.
Of course he's not. You ever heard him joke before?
Jimmy, don't encourage him.
No, listen. When they cancelled my research grant in the Soviet Union, I almost slit my wrists. Yeah. Do you know what I probably should have done? Because instead, I'm just being interviewed about space missions I should have been helping organise.
And you know why they cut your grant, don't you, Dumu?
At least they're not putting us in the ovens anymore.
Not yet, they're not. Look, it's Dumi's birthday. He's 40 years old. I hope he won't be angry with me if I don't wish him a long life. 20 years ago, how many of us thought we'd live into our 40s? The sheer idea of a long life back then was a kind of betrayal. Razvan, what's your best memory in the last 10 years? Or can you think of one good thing since the end of the war?
The day Stalin died? Oh, shut up.
What else is there for us? If we pull it off, great. We're laughing at them. If we get caught, sure, it's the end of the show. But what an ending. Who'll drink to that with me?
Purely for the sake of team spirit.
Sorry, I can't play death with you. I have your child to raise. Over the next few days, things started to move fast.
Write a declaration that you are so-and-so taxi driver of such and such a cab, model and number. Put down the exact details of where and when your car was stolen.
Max Rosendahl in a park. Knock me down with a feather.
Better if we keep them here. My place is too risky. Sonia keeps turning up for her stuff and rifling through everything.
Max, I'll store them here for you, but don't count on me for anything else.
What do you mean?
I think I'd rather watch everything from a distance. I've been thinking it over, and you see, I'm a historian. I'm curious about what's going to happen in the years ahead. I want to be alive to see it.
I'll tell you what's going to happen. Nothing. You're going to carry on teaching fake history to ignorant kids till you want to shoot yourself. That's what's going to happen. So make your choice. Now or later. Hey, I'm only joking, big man. Of course, if you want out, you're free to go.
I'm sorry, Max.
How dare you?
Don't get hysterical. He came here begging me to count him in. Of course I said no.
Where is he? Mireille!
He's locked himself in the bathroom. He doesn't want to talk to you.
How did he find out about the plan? Did you tell him?
The boys were talking about it when we went to steal the camera.
He's only 12 years old. Can't you just leave him alone?
I would, I swear, but he's nuts about it. He knows when and where it's going to happen. He's threatening to come whether we like it or not.
Max, you have to stop him. Talk him out of it. He doesn't listen to me anymore.
Believe me, I've tried.
Try harder. You won him over, now he's also your responsibility. Look, if you don't stop him, I'll turn you all over to the police.
Alice Berkovich, you naming names, that'll be the day.
Well, then we'll just leave. I'll take him away.
He won't go.
You are a monster. You want him to go. You want to make another Max out of him.
Well, he is my son, after all. He wants it so much. Besides, it's already arranged for 5 people. It's too late to change now. And Alice, he's a minor. Even if they do arrest us, all they'll do is make him change schools.
He stays home. You need 5 people?
So you changed your mind after all, then?
I'm a woman. I'm fickle.
Oh, look who's talking about changing their mind.
I'll cook something. You'll all be hungry by noon.
Hey! Stop! Stop! I'm coming. Here are the keys to the filing cabinet.
Yep.
Files are all up to date. What else is there to say?
It's been a pleasure working with you.
Oh, I almost forgot. I put all my personal belongings in one of our vans to have them taken home.
Well, I'll get you a driver.
No need, Boris. I'll take care of it. You'll have the van back in the garage by tomorrow. Good luck with your new life.
You too, Max. With everything you set out to do.
Yeah.
I hope one day we'll get to...
Good day, comrades! Don't be alarmed! We're shooting a film!
It's very simple. Let me explain. We pretend to rob you. Get out of the car slowly with your hands in the air, just like you've seen in the movie. Come on, come on.
We had to deliver.
Where's your weapon?
We're not armed.
I don't believe it. Those morons let you transport money without any weapons? You, put the money in the van. The money in the van. Come on, come on, come on, guys. Show some enthusiasm. You're being filmed. Anyone would think it was their money. I don't know what put them in such a bad mood. What's your name?
Viorel.
What's wrong, Viorel? Aren't you excited to be in a movie? Well, maybe he doesn't like his part. Well, he should have said, you know what, Viorel? You can have mine. What about him? Maybe he wants to change his part. Ask him. With pleasure. Take the money. Spare our lives.
Can we stop the clowning and go home?
Wow, just having some fun.
Since when did we have a real cameraman?
You bastard!
Please, I beg you.
Don't worry, we're just making a film.
Down now!
Let's go. Catch. Hey, ta-da! Come on, Viorel.
Forward march. You played your parts very well. Now get over to the police van. Not that you were very talkative, but still.
No, I want to come with you and split the money.
Out of the question. You stay here, rehearse for the big parade, and don't come back until it's over.
Thank you both for taking part in a masterpiece of socialist cinema. You're free to go. Go!
Traitor! You liar!
Hey, stop it! Stop! Stop!
You lied to me!
It wasn't me! It wasn't me, I swear! Stop! Be good! Listen, I did not lie to you. I locked him in the house when I left this morning. He must have broken a window. I swear to you, he came here by himself. Alice, don't worry for a second about Mirel. Even if we're all arrested tomorrow, nothing's going to happen to him. I'll have false papers made for him. His address will be secret. You and I will be the only two people who know anything about him. Why are you crying?
That's what I didn't want.
What didn't you want? What do you mean? Tell me.
That's what I didn't want for Mirel. I didn't want to have him. I didn't want for him to have to hide all his life.
The police investigation started the next day. Newspapers never printed a word, but people were whispering all over town. We became Romanian Robin Hoods. And after about 2 weeks, the Minister of the Interior ordered the secret police to take over the case. Overnight, we were upgraded from ordinary brigands to enemies of the people. It became a political case. Meanwhile, we ate at the Athénée Palace every night. We bought lots of clothes. A high life.
So how did they find you?
Yorgo.
No, he turned you in.
Not really. It all started with a phone conversation he had with another teacher. They were discussing a couple of pupils in his class who were being persecuted because their parents were former landowners.
Yes, but I have to say, and I hope you won't judge me for this, they're all hard-working, highly intelligent students. No, really. You wouldn't believe the treasures they have hiding up there.
The treasures they have hiding up there.
This is what I'm telling you.
That's the sentence that sent us away.
My neighbor, Comrade Rista, has a treasure hidden up in his attic. Probably gold.
The fun was over. During the next 24 hours, the communist secret police made up for a whole month of inefficiency.
Who was the brilliant leader of the Great October Revolution?
Last dawn, class 3.
A certain Vladimir Ilyich. Ring any bells?
Be seated. Are you Rista Yorgo Bonfeldema?
Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Born Ulyanov?
Today we celebrate a historic day. To learn more about this awe-inspiring victory for the communist heroes of the Soviet Union, we turn now to our expert in astrophysics and space missions, Comrade Dumitru Dornanu.
Believe it or not, it happened on September 14th, the day the Lunik 2 satellite landed on the moon. Max had won his bet.
Good morning. What are you doing?
These are instructions for you. Don't read them today. Wait until the filming is over. And if it seems complicated, then you can discuss it with Mr. Zilber. I'm sure he'll help you. Come on, wake up. We had a lovely night, but now it's back to work.
Shall we go? Martin Square, please, and hurry. We're already late.
There they are. Come on, I want to talk to you. Sit down. I want you to write something very simple. The address. What's this?
It's my address. Well, Mr. Zilmas.
You're trying to play smart, baby.
Why would I? You know that's where we spent the night. Your men were on watch the whole time.
I want you to give me the other address.
I don't know any other address. Believe me, if I did, I would give it to you.
Virgil, my friend, you see how tired I am. Do you know how many sleepless nights I've been having? Last night was the 4th. Why are you doing this to me?
I'm sorry,
Listen, I'm in no hurry. I'll give you the whole day to think about it. But if you don't comply, you'll be taken in for questioning with other officers, with other methods. You will end up giving the address just to someone else. And that would be very sad for me. Think of all the time and effort I've put into this. Young Berkovich is a key element, a secret I've told to no one but you. Why let any old fool take the credit for all my work? Meanwhile, the sun won't wait. Your assistant will have to work the camera today.
On with you.
Stop everything! Stop it, guys! Take the guns! Give us the guns! Prisoners back to the van! Clear away!
Move!
Who's our man in charge of this operation?
Lieutenant Colonel Holborn, sir.
What is it? Find him.
Comrade Holborn, sir, wake up. The Comrade Minister is here.
Find me somewhere quiet. We can talk. Hey, you, get us some coffee. And did I interrupt your nap, comrade?
I beg your pardon, the exhaustion.
Well, as you're exhausted, we can offer you an extended holiday. There's no room in my ministry for exhaustion. I suppose you were asleep yesterday as well, when a prisoner got away with a gun in broad daylight. I've got the report right here. Never known anything like it.
Yes, comrade, but we have recaptured the fugitive.
After she strolled around the city all night?
If you'll allow me to inform you of a new element that's come to light in the investigation.
What investigation? This case has already been tried. We're talking gross negligence in the line of duty.
Please, sir.
Oh, shut your fat little mouth. I want to hear you shut up. Where's the coffee?
Excuse me, sir, I'm not actually a waiter.
Well, what are you then?
I'm in charge of the camera.
So go take care of your camera. Well, you pack your bags tonight. You're exhausted. So we're sending you off to get some rest. In a work camp in the mountains. Lots of fresh air.
Prisoner Rodoyu, get up.
Now, I want you to know all this was my idea. What? All of this. The film, the shooting.
Oh, good for you. I've always loved movies.
Oh. All that will be left of you will be the image of a traitor and criminal captured by the men in my command. 100 years from now, people will see this film and they'll say, it can't have been easy to build socialism in the early days. Luckily, there were men like me around to do it.
How's Sonia?
Well, you don't worry about her. She's fine.
Mr. Minister.
Oh, they taught you how to address me properly. Well, a convict is no comrade of mine.
I've got a proposition. Concerns the entire group. Instead of executing us with bullets, why not send us into space in a Soviet satellite? Then we could be of use to science. Everyone would win.
It's some kind of joke.
No. I'm deadly serious. Why sacrifice dogs? It'd be much smarter to send humans, because they could send back observations and records of everything they see before they die. Imagine. We could have a man in space before the Americans.
Now, you listen to me, you miserable scum. Anyone sent into space is a hero of the people. Dogs or no dogs. Traitors and saboteurs are not sent into space. They're sent before the fighting squad, and their families have to pay for the bullets. Now, that's enough. Back to the cells. The party's over. Everyone back to the cells. Just when does a prison become a holiday camp? You've got enough stuff to finish the film.
That was fun.
Dear Virgil, now you know where my child lives. He will be 13 on August the 26th. In Jewish tradition, that's the day of his bar mitzvah, a ceremony at the synagogue followed by a party. This is how young boys become accepted as members of the community. I would dearly like to find someone trustworthy who could organize this ceremony for me, Dad. And I would be so happy if you could do it, with Mr. Zilber's help. I'm asking you to please help me, and I want you to know that you gave me the last beautiful night of my life.
Attention! Ready? Aim!
As for me, things turned out differently. At the last minute, my sentence was commuted to life imprisonment. My life was spared because a few days before the execution, it came out that I was pregnant.
You sigh, the song begins. You speak, and I hear violins. It's magic. The stars desert the skies, rush to nestle in your eyes. It's magic. Without a golden wand or mystic charms, fantastic things begin when I am in your arms. When we walk hand in hand, the world becomes a wonderland. It's magic. How else can I explain those raindrops when there is no rain? It's magic. Why do I tell myself these things that happen are all really true? When in my heart I know the magic is my love for you. It's magic. It's magic. Without